Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Omni viewer, and I'm a big enough man to admit when I may have goofed. And it appears that indeed I may have in regards to that Pacific Rim Uprising image. So I decided to do some research after I made and posted my video, which, take my advice, you should never actually do. It would appear my speculations about this being a prequel were wrong. According to interviews with Guillermo del Toro, Pacific Rim Uprising is indeed a sequel. A proper after the original movie sequel. Not a prequel, not an interquel. It is, in fact, a proper follow-up. Set a couple of years after the first movie, apparently. And, according to IMDb, John Boyega is playing Jake Pentecost, not Stacker Pentecost. So if I had taken a couple of minutes to check, I might have actually figured that out, but this revelation does raise a lot of questions. There are of course the obvious ones, like how can this be a sequel when Pacific Rim had a pretty clear ending? But the bigger question that I'm wondering based on this image is, what is Jake Pentecost's relation to Stacker Pentecost? A lot of people are saying son, but there was no indication in the original movie that Stacker Pentecost had any family beyond adopting Mako. He certainly didn't act like someone who had a family somewhere else. Even the prequel comic, Pacific Rim Tales from Year Zero, which admittedly doesn't line up 100% with the movie and therefore can't be considered 100% canon, even that gave us no hints that Stacker Pentecost had any other sort of family. So either we're in for one heck of a retcon that will somehow explain that this is an estranged son that Pentecost lost touch with years ago, or perhaps we're talking about a nephew, or a younger cousin, or a brother maybe, who knows. However, this revelation does give us another hint about what this image could possibly mean. So, Uprising is a sequel, a proper follow-up, and we have a character who is related somehow to one of the heroes who closed the breach. Well, heck, talk about pressure. Maybe that's what this image is telling us about Boyega's character. Like I said in the first video, he's clearly isolated. Everything about this image, from the cool colors to the heavy shadows to the spotlight on Boyega, conveys a sense of isolation and loneliness, maybe even pressure. And the spotlight indicates Boyega's character as perhaps a beacon of hope, the one light in dark times. But now let's look at his posture, how he's slumped over, how he doesn't exactly look like the sort of person who wants to be in the spotlight. Perhaps Jake Pentecost has a lot of pressure on him to live up to Stacker Pentecost's name, because he is related. Again, we don't necessarily know exactly how at this point. And maybe that's the sort of pressure he doesn't want. Maybe the spotlight is on him because he's being expected to lead the way, as Stacker Pentecost did. So that still has me intrigued. Who knows? Maybe Pacific Rim Uprising will have a certain element of legacy to it. We will certainly see. Anyway, just wanted to make that clarification and share my new thoughts now that I had all of my facts straight. So, until such time as we meet again, this is the Omni Viewer, signing off.